Our age is proud of machines that can think and is suspicious of people who try to think. The video begins with the quote, gentlemen, because in my opinion, this is a sure sign that a man will be successful. He can think with his head. It sounds kind of corny, but tell me, when was the last time you took the time to sit for, let's say, an hour or half an hour and think? Probably a long time ago. When you were 18, you went to university. After university to work, everything was already determined. Your life has been on cruise control for quite some time. You probably don't even remember that. Guys, this is something you can't trust others to do. You have to think for yourself. Because if you don't know where you're going, you're following someone else's path. The next sign is that you're going to success this year. You take full responsibility for your life. For both successes and failures, when it comes to success, everyone claims it. Success has hundreds of fathers. When it comes to failure, on the other hand, only crickets can be heard. They are orphans. No one wants to speak out about their failure. On the contrary, they try to shift the blame onto other people. And it's understandable, because it's out of our control. When you take responsibility for everything that happens in your life, you have the power to act and to change, and take the path that you choose. Because if it's not your fault, if it's not your hands, then you're just pawns. Destiny throws you from side to side. No, don't fall into the trap. You have to realize that you have the power and opportunities to change the path you're taking. The next point is quite difficult. Well, for me personally it is. It's not taking anything too personally. I am an emotional person. When I see something, it can drive me crazy. And I have to work with that every day, so I don't take things too personally. I know some of you have lost your jobs and you want to blame it on your boss, that he's an asshole. Maybe he is, but you know what? Let that negativity go. You broke up or you're getting a divorce. Someone broke up with you and they emptied your bank account. And you still hate them years later. That poison is deep inside of you. You need to find the way to move forward after this toxic relationship. You need to find a way to forgive not just this person but yourself, so that you can move on. The next sign is that you will be successful. You have a Rocky complex. What am I talking about? Life hits you and knocks you down, and you get back up. You realize you're gonna fall, you're gonna have a hard time. It's gonna hurt. There will be lots of blood, but I won't stop. Until I die, I will get up and look life in the face and say, is that all you've got? For me personally, this year has been, from a business perspective, it hasn't been the best. But you know what? I'm looking forward to this year and next year. I'm excited about my future. Deep down inside I know that I will show everything I've got and I'll be even stronger by the end. On top of that, I wish you would embrace the suck. That's how we used to put it in the army. It's when you have to do something you absolutely don't want to do. You're running through a swamp and you have to go pull a boat out, and people are looking for volunteers. All the leaders step forward and say, I'll do it. No, I will do it. People are almost fighting over who's gonna go get the boat out, so that everybody else wouldn't get bogged down. That's leadership, and that means embracing the suck. It's snowing outside and it's cold, and you don't feel like going for a run. You know what? How will you feel if you don't go for a run? So remember, that is what you don't want. That's what you should avoid. Sometimes all you have to do is start doing something, and you'll immediately feel better about doing it. Talking about starting to do something, if you're an entrepreneurial person, you have initiative. You're a person who does things. You don't have to be told what to do. You see a problem, and you find a solution. You see a blockage and you fix it. That's the kind of person who succeeds. People will notice this, especially in a small company. In a big company, you will be promoted. That's what will build your career in the long run. I think it was Mark Twain who said, "It ain't what you don't know that gets you in the trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so." Next point, gentlemen, don't assume, because when you assume you fart and lag. And I can quote Mark Twain, but my mother used to say that to me all the time. And I love that saying, because every time you assume they didn't like you, or they acted badly, you're making a decision based on emotions. And it has no logic whatsoever. How about asking them? For example, do we have relationship problems? It's better to know for sure that you've done, than to assume you screwed up somewhere. Take a step back. Listen to what people have to say, especially if they are smart people, and question your own assumptions, because it can be very dangerous, because you are making decisions for your company or for your relationship based on the fact that you think it's true, but it's not. And speaking about problem solving, you're the guy who's obsessed with the root of the problem. What is the root of the problems? It's the very thing that results in hundreds of problems. You don't focus on symptoms. You take time to think and understand what's causing the problems. What's your business or your organization? What you want to accomplish in a relationship when you're obsessed with solving things. For example, a relationship with your mother or your sister. At work, you don't want to just give up. Yes, you've had a tough year, but you want to identify and find a way to improve your performance. You will be the hero of this story by finding that way. Yes, it will be difficult. Yes, you will fail. But once you've done it, everyone will look back and see how you had the courage to go forward and face the challenges and make systematic changes. The next thing that you will become successful, you put your ego aside and always do your best. I had such a problem. I had some success on YouTube, and when I released a new video, I had no doubt that it would be successful. Because I posted videos. I wrote the script and I came up with the idea. It's my thing. It's going to be good. I've got 1 million subscribers. But you know what? That video failed. I didn't do the research. Or I didn't approach the video with enthusiasm. I didn't bring creativity to it. That's why it failed. In life, we often do things automatically. We think that because of our 20 years of experience, or our status as a director or president, or whatever the position is, we think it extends to what we do, but we don't get the job done. And we have to put our egos aside and do our job, proving that we're worthy of our title every day. The next sign of success, it's your finding aspiration in your work. It doesn't matter what you do. There is a story about when a traveler was walking and saw 3 people working. He asked the first one, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm laying bricks." He asked the second one, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm building a temple." He asked the third man, "What are you doing?" "I'm building God's house." When I think about it, I realize a lot of people are like this second guy. Even more people are like the first guy. And there are few people who see the real big picture of what they are doing. I mean, like, yes, you can be a janitor or work in a factory. But what are you really doing? Are you working on yourself? Are you doing your best to build a company that will provide a service to your community? And I think you can find success in that. I think in any job, when you put yourself 100% into it, you try to do your best and be the best version of yourself. Dear friends, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let's grow together.